Everybody, and I mean everybody that has watched the NBA over the past couple of years knows that the Boston Celtics are the favorite to win the NBA championship this year. But there's one team that is constructed to defeat them. Adding Alex Caruso was huge for the Thunder this season, as was bringing back two of their key rotation pieces for very, very valuable contracts. And then, of course, bringing in Hartenstein in free agency. And right now, they have the second best odds to win the NBA championship on FanDuel. And I think this is a team that they're honestly a little bit underrated, even though they have the second best odds. Nobody is giving them a legit chance to beat the Boston Celtics, but they have a real chance. This is a really, really good roster, a deep roster, and yes, we talk about the Celtics coming out of the East. That's pretty much consensus, but the Thunder will have to go through the Mavs with Luka and Kyrie first, who beat them last year. They will have to go through the Nuggets and even the Timberwolves. Now, the Nuggets have regressed. The Timberwolves kind of stay the same. I like their additions. Some people didn't. But bringing in Isaiah Hartenstein will definitely help. If you look at the team last year, the Thunder as a whole were 27th in the NBA in rebounding and 29th in offensive rebounding. Well, they bring in Hartenstein, and that's pretty much an answer to those problems. In the game started, he averaged 8.7 points per game, 9.4 rebounds, and 3.1 offensive rebounds in just 28 minutes a game. This is a guy that was super efficient in the time he was on the court. He also shot 64% from the field and 76% from the free throw line. He's 7 foot, 250 with a 7'2" wingspan, kind of a brick wall in the paint. Great help side defender. Give me that Taylor Hendricks. He averaged 1.2 blocks a game in just 28 minutes a night last year. So like we said, 3.1 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, just 28 minutes. If he plays like 33, 34 minutes, maybe he's looking at like a block and a half and about 4 offensive rebounds a night. Isaiah Hartenstein was very good last year. They bring him in 3 years, $87 million, a deal he pretty much couldn't say no to. Yes, it's 3 years, $30 million, but the Thunder have that kind of money to throw around right now. He's also a solid passer against the blitz. He averaged 3.1 assists per game in 28 minutes last year, so I think he is the perfect addition to this Thunder team to help get them to the next level, another physical big inside. Now, we saw Paul George left the Clippers this offseason, and what does this mean for the Thunder? Well, of course, those pick swaps and picks that they got back in the PG trade and that are a part of their insane war chest of picks that they have right now are going to be even more valuable because the Clippers pretty much are not going to be contenders anymore. You see all of the picks they have in the future right now on top of the two guys they've already gotten out of this trade, which was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and then Jalen Williams with one of those picks. Shai is going to be a perennial MVP candidate for the next probably 10 years, averaging 30 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 2 steals, and a block as like a 25-year-old. 54% from the field, 35% from 3 on 3.6 attempts per game. Very, very good, obviously elite young player in the league this year. And then you also have Jalen Williams, who averaged 19.1 points a game, 4.1 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and 1 steal in 31 minutes per game last year for the OKC Thunder. Big time player for them. Great young wing, one of the most efficient young wings in the entire NBA. 54% from the field, 43% from 3. Crazy work. You don't see second year wings doing that. You don't see second year anybody doing that, shooting almost 50, 40, 90 if it wasn't for the free throws. And then of course you have Chet Holmgren, who is, in my opinion, the Thunder version of Kristaps Porzingis, except he didn't miss a single game this year. 16.5 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 2.3 blocks per game. The durability questions were pretty much put to rest this year. He also shot 53% from the field and 37% from 3 on 5 attempts. Very, very similar to the Kristaps Porzingis stat line, and the efficiency is pretty much mirror images of one another. With that being said, if you are enjoying today's video at any point, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. We're coming up on 20K. We'd love to hit that as soon as possible, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, so if you could help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. And now let's go ahead and get back to looking at some of these free agency re-signings that they did with Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins at 5 years, $47 million. That's a little over $9 million a year. And with the way the NBA market is about to explode, the salary cap is about to explode, this is going to be one of the best value deals in basketball in a couple years. 7 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, 1 assist in 16 minutes a night last year. So we're not even seeing the beginning of his potential because he barely got to play last year, just 16 minutes a game. But as a 25-year-old, shot 56% from the field, 49% from 3. He's also a great cutter and a high-energy guy. He's just a at the right place at the right time a lot of times, and getting downhill, running in transition. Just another young wing to add to this Thunder team going forward. You look at his per 36 splits, his per 36 numbers. He averaged 16 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 1.6 steals per game last year, in what was a very, very productive season for him in the minutes that he was in the game. And then you have Isaiah Joe, the best shooter on this whole team. 4 years, $48 million. Like I said, with the way the salary cap is about to explode, this is going to look just fine in a couple of years. 8.3 points a game, 2.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 18 minutes a game for Isaiah Joe last year off the bench. And as you can see here, in this game that he had against the Golden State Warriors, he can fill it up from downtown. 42% from three on 4.5 attempts, 46% from the field overall, but running a nice set for him here. He's an absolute sniper. I think he hit 7 this game against the Thunder, and that little pick and pop that they do, Mark Daigneault loves that set. This one here barely even touched his hands, and is straight through, nothing but nylon. And then we haven't even talked about it, but one of the best defensive duos in the NBA. If they run this lineup, this is going to be trouble to score on. Their 2-guard lineup with Caruso and Dort. Caruso, of course, good shooter. He has improved every year shooting-wise, but his defense is where his most value is. Look at the clamps right there. He averaged 10.1 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists in 71 games played last year in a Bulls uniform. Now he's in Oklahoma City. He brings his 47% shooting from the field, 41% from 3 on 5 attempts to Oklahoma City with him. All defensive second team last year. Pair that up with Lou Dort, and you've got yourself an elite 1-2 punch. Defensively, it's going to be tough to stop or tough to score, and this matches right up with the Boston Celtics and their 2 wings. You bring in 2 wings that can really guard. This matches right up with Dallas and their 2 facilitators. Now, Minnesota, it'll be different. Denver, it'll be different, but you have Hartenstein and Chet for their bigs. But Lou Dort averaged about 11 points, 3.6 rebounds, 44% shooting from the field, 39% from 3 on 5 attempts. Running in transition here, getting to the rim, nice little layoff for Josh Giddey right there. And then they got a steal in the NBA draft. Now, this isn't really for this year, but next year they got their second unit point guard with Nikola Topic, who fell all the way down to them at 12, was a projected top 5 pick before everybody learned he tore his ACL. He will be the second unit point guard. He will take over for what Josh Giddey did last year, which was run that second unit eventually. Giddey started off starting, but now he's coming off the bench, or he was coming off the bench second half of the year. Didn't really contribute in the playoffs. He'll have to work on that jump shot, but overall, Topic can be a really nice point guard for the foreseeable future. Of course, they have Shai and company, but can they get it done in the playoffs? I think so. I think this team can match up with anybody. You can go big with Hartenstein and Chet. You can go small with Caruso and Dort, and then run Chet or Hartenstein to the 5. I mean, this is a really tough team, very adaptable. They have so much flexibility in their future when it comes to building their roster out. I love this team. Sam Presti has done a phenomenal job with this squad. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to the like button and leave me a comment down below, as it really helps out in the YouTube algorithm. As I said earlier, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.